I am a graduate from the University of Guelph, and I am in the Masters of Classical Studies program at the University of Waterloo.
I am an undergraduate student at the University of Guelph, currently in the Classical Studies program.
I am a fourth-year Guelph student in the Classical Studies program.
So my profession is that I'm a classics professor at the University of Guelph. Classical antiquity, I think in sort of simple terms, is the collective experiences, literature, cultural achievements of chiefly the ancient Greeks and the ancient Romans.
History, culture, languages, art, social stuff.
And when you're studying an entire society, several different societies at once actually, it's really hard to get bored because there's always something new to learn.
You know, I don't know so much as it was a decision. I just don't know what else I would do with my life. I'm deeply passionate about what I study, and I want to share that passion with others. And that's really why I do what I do.
Classics is highly interdisciplinary, so that's like one is language, history, literature, theater,
Science, math, philosophy.
Ancient medicine.
Additionally, in classics, you learn such a wide variety of skills, and they're all transferable. You learn communication, writing, research, and you learn how to be a leader.
So I think in the context of Western nations like Canada and the US, it's not super well known, but we've actually based our society on the classical societies and the classical civilizations.
Classics are important to our society today because of how they've impacted human society over time.
Even if you look at what's happening in Ukraine right now, it's very similar to what's happened just in more recent history and has the potential to become even worse.
But we also are able to learn from their mistakes, and they're able to implement better solutions today.
At Guelph, we have to take either Latin or Greek, and that can be a barrier to some people to fully getting through the classics major program.
I don't think that there's a decrease in interest. I think that there's an increase in the stress about learning ancient languages.
And I think if you look, say, at the last 20 years of really successful works of popular entertainment, films about the ancient world beginning in the early 2000s, great series of young people's literature, Percy Jackson novels. If anything, I think that the interest in the classics is increasing.
When I think of the interest in classics continuing to decrease is history repeating itself, which sounds like a cliche.
There are so many things that could be repeated and you could avoid if you just understood what leads up to those events and how to better think about them happening.
It will help us better understand their society and understand their culture so that we can better prepare for the future.
When I think of the major social issues that Canada is grappling with today, I think of colonialism, I think of identity, I think of class divide, I think of political divide. These are all things that have been addressed very thoroughly by Greek and Roman civilizations, and in a very similar context.
I started out enrolling into the Bachelor of Arts and Science under Plant Science and Music. That was fine, but it wasn't quite where I wanted to go with university.
Many, maybe the majority of classics students come to it completely by serendipity. They're looking for an elective, stumble into a course, and suddenly have this world opened up to them and look at the world in a way perhaps they didn't know. There's something mollifying about it. Because I'd think to myself, if I'm spending all this time and effort looking at the life of someone who's been dead for 2,000 years, surely then my life might be important. But the idea is that perhaps something we do will extend into the future. And I think it's an interesting and intriguing and a very human idea.
And I think reading things in the original language, Latin and Greek, whatever it be, it allows you to feel so much closer to that author and so much closer to that work. And it allows you to really get across, to really pick up what they're putting down, you know what I mean?
But that's really what it is. That's what ancient languages do. They depersonalize the knowledge of one brain, preserve it in print, so that your brain then can directly then have contact with their thought. But I think across all cultures, the past has a very valid place in the present as a way of preparing us for the future. All past cultures, all past experiences, individual, collective, cross-cultural bounds are relevant, must be treated with the utmost respect, and can be deeply insightful for how we view the world today. I'm a human being, and nothing human is foreign or alien to me. And it's a statement of inclusivity and completely embracing of all approaches to being a human being that makes me smile and makes me confident and makes me happy. And I would say that if anyone's interested in exploring a body of knowledge that could produce that profound insight, then I'd say welcome aboard and join us.